When you think of John Collins posterizing people, which dunk comes to mind?
I had to pick one dunk, it would probably be...
To the cutting Collins with a one-hand jam on Cody Collins jams it home. You've been baptized.
What a dunk by John Collins.
And JC.
Take him to the upper room.
Love to JC.
What a pass and what a finish. Young to Collins. Spectacular.
I mean, I can remember the Philly one definitely on Embiid, and definitely the one was crazy, especially like in the playoffs. Crowd went wild.
I think he set a screen for Trae, rolled down the paint, and went up and just caught it, dunked it over him. And I think we got a poster of it, or we got a couple T-shirts made, so that's definitely the first one that comes to mind.
Sharif throwing John a lob.
The timeout. Cooper on the lob and up top to John Collins. What a play! Holy smokes! Did John Collins get up in the air?
That I thought it was at the ceiling of the arena, and John was able to go up and get it, and just tomahawk. I mean, he's had a lot. That was a dunk that was pretty impressive.
It was his rookie season, and I forget who he dunked on, but it was like really impressive, like a back cut from the corner, like there was help, and it was like, oh wow, this is gonna be pretty special.
When I think about JC dunking and posterizing people, I just think of highlight moments. I think of energizing the crowd, the team, but also my off the backboard pass in our first preseason game ever playing with each other. My rookie year was fun too.
Basketball is my first love, playing it on military base housing, having a little Nerf hoop in the middle of the house, having a basketball hoop outside. I'm a basketball kid through and through, so long story short, military kid, Air Force mom, Navy dad, traveled around a lot as a kid. From military base housing to base housing, it was really cool for my mom to sort of be able to instill her hard work, her work ethic in the military.
The relationship with his mom has been one of the best things I've ever seen. I think it's been great. She did an awesome job with him in terms of raising him by herself. She did have a supporting cast. That military background is what I feel like got him to where he is right now. Because without that, I think, things could have been a little different.
I helped her put on her boots in the morning. I helped her, get her outfit ready, before we go to school, before I head to school, and just to see, the long hours of work and all the different things she had to do, and try to apply that to my game and my life and my work ethic. And it's been challenging as well, not easy, but something that I appreciate my mom for as I get older. Eventually settled down in Florida. Went to Carlton Newman High School in West Palm Beach for my 4 years.
He was a real humble kid. One thing about it, you would have never known he was a star player. You would never known that. Going from a junior, even a sophomore, junior, and up to the senior, you would never known that he was the man on campus. He was always humble, and I think that has a lot to do with that military background. Growing up with his mom, she did a fantastic job with him in terms of, grooming him as a young man. So walking in, he was not athletic. He was not athletic at all. I don't think he could jump over a pencil. It wasn't the athleticism. It was more of he was a complete basketball player. There's a lot of, and in high school, going up to his college career, you didn't see much of his skill set because he was pretty much limited into rolling and dunking and things of that nature. Junior year, senior year is when the athleticism really came into play because that's one thing that he wanted to pride himself on. A lot of late days at the beach, getting those beach workouts in, box jumps, things of that nature to try to intensify that. That's when athleticism came in.
It was a long grind, didn't get that, 5-star recruit tag or McDonald's, none of that stuff. I felt like I was never in one place and never had a chance to grow and build my name out from a hometown, moving from military base to military base, and just, I was still able to, play my game and do my thing with what I was given, and that's how I see it. Just make lemonade with the lemons I was given. Always keep a positive mindset and positive manifestation mindset that what I want can be achieved, and I just had to do it the right way and you know, put in the work that's necessary. So it's it all worked out.
With the 19th pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select John Collins from Wake Forest University.
And I was able to, you know, achieve my dreams here in Atlanta by getting drafted here, 19th pick to the Atlanta Hawks, and that rest is history.
We're very excited to add John to the Atlanta Hawks. He's a guy that we had pegged higher up in the draft boards than the 19th spot, so we love his athleticism, we love his ability to score, his rebounding, and we're excited to have him, and we think he's got a bright future here in Atlanta.
John Collins, his first NBA field goal.
Collins just gets out and runs and gets rewarded for running down the floor.
I get drafted. Obviously, we're in a different state. You know, obviously, I feel like in a more clear rebuild mode with Coach Bud and, you know, a lot of the guys, other guys from the year previous, you know, leaving and doing their own thing. And obviously, me being a rookie and not necessarily knowing what I'm walking into, you know, albeit it was still like, you know, an amazing year. Or like getting rooked all the time, carrying shoes, going to people, no matter, none of that stuff, you know, I didn't care. I was happy that I could finally achieve my dream. And obviously it took some time for that to settle, but it's really a blur for me now thinking about it, because everything was new, my first experience for everything, and I was having fun, so it was a good year.
He's the kind of guy that he's going to do whatever you put in front of him, and he's a worker. He's like an everyday guy. He's grown a great deal, getting into layers of his game. He's, you know, he's young. He's still got a lot to go and a lot of areas to grow in, but he was pretty one-dimensional as a young player, and so it's been fun to like formulate how to help him grow on the court, and because you know he's going to be there every day, so you can actually have a plan. And that's the most important thing in player development, is you know a guy's present, and he's present every day.
I've been really impressed to have a talented, a skillful player that is vocal, that has a great spirit about himself, that doesn't take practices off. I mean, JC practice every day. You know, so the energy that you see from him during the game, we see that 24/7, you know. It's in practice, it's in the locker room, it's on the bus, it's on the plane, it's in our team meetings.
Okay, hey! Where my hay? Where my hay? Ooh. I need hay up here. Good swing, see? Hey! Yes, sir!
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it a lot. You know, he's found his voice. You know, I think when I first got here, you know, we were both, you know, one of the younger guys on the teams, and definitely took a backseat to the vets and letting them talk. And as we gotten older, and JC now is the longest tenured Hawk, you know, for him to realize that people listen to him. When he talks, people listen. He's been here a while. I think people respect what he says, and he's definitely found his voice over the past couple of years, both, you know, publicly and privately in the locker room with us.
Hey! It's good. Everybody, hey, man, play together, man. First time, back. Let's get a win, man. Hey, win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win. Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts. I think he drinks about 8 cups of coffee every day, so I think that definitely gets him going. But that's just his personality. He's someone that he comes in the gym, he says hi to everybody. He gets on the court, he's making jokes, he's got handshakes, so it seems like every day he sets the tone for us. He brings the energy when other guys don't want to, or other guys, you know, may not be feeling it for that day. You can always count on him to do it.
He is always speaking and lifting and being positive with his teammates.
When I think JC, I just think of energy.
And every time in the locker room, he's always talking. I feel like he's always keeping the locker room alive. The guy who has a handshake with everyone. Yeah, he really brings that alive energy.
Whether it's off the court and his smile and his personality and his loudness.
Yo, talk. Yeah, Trae. Yeah. No. He's too strong. He's just too strong. That's all.
Or if it's on the court and his lob catching and his dunks and his blocks. I'm just always thinking energy when I think of JC.
You know, he kind of brings an element to us that we need. Obviously, he's a tremendous rim threat, but he plays with a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. He's always talking. He does a lot of dirty work for us that we need.
So even like off the court on the bench, every single bucket that we make, he's standing up and sharing all the time. This is who he is, and that's what I love about him.
It's special. It really is special. It's not something that he tries to do. It's just something that he does. It's in him. It's the spirit that he has, that he brings to the team. This is every day. This is practice. This is every day.
You know, it's something I can't really even explain fully myself yet, but I say it's just because I love the game. It's my life. I genuinely live, eat, sleep, and breathe the game. I try to do everything in my power to make sure that I'm ready to go when called upon. But I feel like it's just something that's natural inside of me. Obviously, having that work ethic instilled from my mom, but just understanding, having an understanding of what needs to be done for myself and how to be successful. I feel like that's what I need to do.
I think it comes from his upbringing. He's he's a genuine person.
I mean, the way JC is, it definitely shows his upbringing, and I mean, if you know his mom, you definitely see his mom in him, and just how he's always smiling, always willing to help somebody else, and I mean, puts a smile on your face when he's around, and just has a good energy about him, and I mean, those are the type of guys you want to be around, the type of people you want to surround yourself with. So
I mean, I've been fortunate to know JC really well as a person, and we have a really good relationship off the court as well. And that dynamic of how he is with people, he cares. Like, he sincerely cares about people, and it's really refreshing. And it's sincere. He's not just doing it because he feels like he has to, or maybe this makes me look better. He does it because he has a genuine feel and care for people. And he's a sensitive guy, and I think that emotion and that care, it shows up every day, and it's fun to watch. It's great to see.
That's the guy that I know. Always energetic. Has a smile. Very seldom do you see him down. So he's just a genuine person and a good-hearted person that I have a great deal of respect for.
And I guess I don't really say this a lot, not to say because I'm not whining about it, but I never had a chance to meet an NBA player or meet a high-profile athlete, one that I really cared about as a kid. I never met a Kobe or maybe even a John Collins. I didn't even have a chance to meet somebody like myself. So whenever I think about that, I have somebody who's calling my name and that really is a fan of me. I understand what that feeling is to being a fan of somebody. And not to say that it warms my heart, but it's just who I am. Like, that's me. I can't really explain it, but like me having positive human interaction, like going up to somebody, making somebody's day just by my presence, like I can appreciate that a positive energy. Like, that's a positive energy transaction that I'm willing to do every single time. It means a lot to me to come out here to show love to our military. It's genuine, it's not anything I try to do, or it's something that I genuinely want to do. So again, I appreciate all the faces, the support here. Glad that I can spread some holiday cheer to our military forces. And that's really all I can say. Thank you guys again. Commander, thank you for allowing me to come to the base and helping me put something together like this. It's just me. My mom would smack me upside the head if I acted any different.
I just think his sincerity and his consistency as a person it's really refreshing. His whole person's being is just it's needed in a team environment. It's good to be around, actually.
I love him. I love him. I love his spirit. I love his heart. I appreciate all that he brings. I look at people as it's two kind of people. It's sunshine and it's a cloud. And those people that represent that sunshine, you want to be around them. When you see them coming, you want to engage with them. He's that type of person. It's just, I walk into practice and I see him, and he's got his bounce and he's ready to go. That's good to be around. So I really appreciate what he brings.
The thing about JC and I is we both know we got each other's backs, and in any situation, any moment, he knows I got his back, and I know he has mine. And just from being in the league together, I mean, being young, coming in and trying to turn this franchise around together, we had to really understand and buy into each other that we had to do this together, and that we had to always have each other's backs. And that's one thing that I'm always going to love about JC, and he's going to always have a friend in me because I'm always going to have his back, and I think that's a great connection to have with somebody.
But if anything, I want people to say that, you know, JC gave a damn. And, you know, he was a leader, and he wanted to win, you know. Obviously trying to put that out into air, bringing Larry O'Brien down Peachtree one of these days. I want to hold it and just have the whole Atlanta flooded, streets flooded, everybody, no school, no work, no nothing. But, you know, regardless of my NBA future, I want to be able to say, you know, that I was just a real genuine person as well as a player. And I just tried to do what I felt was right and be myself. You know, all of those things that create self, and to also see how fast time goes by. Like, you know, I got into this league when I was 19. I'm 24. And when I think about, you know, a cornerstone, or how do I say, like picture book, storybook moments, you know, or stories, this is like the beginning of one, right? To get drafted to an organization and to be here from the start where we had nothing, right, in a sense, to us, you know, creating a name for ourselves, having a young core, you know, building the fan base back, all that good stuff, the brand, everything is back, you know, and in a positive direction. It's amazing to be a part of that.